Hey guys, what's going on? Today I want to talk a little bit about the Vocal Writer and the Bass Writer by Waves plugins. And actually, I wanted to ask you guys how you felt about this plugin. A lot of you guys have been talking about it, criticizing it, hyping it. And I've seen a few videos, and looking at the comments on these tutorials, nobody really had like a conclusive way of working with them, like pre-compressor, post-compressor. A lot of people arguing, and also a lot of people saying, man, these tutorials that I'm seeing are really crap, but I think it's a good plugin, but I'm not kind of sure, and why would you even use it? So I kind of have the same question, so I'm here to find out. What I know so far is what I gathered, and I think you probably, if you look this video up, you probably know you have the controls. This range here is like how much writing we're doing, how extreme our changes, right? So this here, I would say, okay, let me cap it at 2 dB up, and let me cap it at 2 dB down. If we need more than that, then we probably have an issue in the mix, and we should probably start drawing in some automation. And then also how sensitive it is. So is it going to go look at the lowest notes and immediately try to correct those, or really only correct what sticks out the most, sort of a threshold, if you will, and then fast or slow, slowly releasing that. There's also a sidechain option, so you can put it in relation to music. The Bass Writer is very similar, although it allows you to look for spill if you have like noises when you record in rooms. If you record with an amp, and it's like, hey, how much do you want it to record to room stuff? And then also artifacts such as like strings and, like pops and little things that happen on the fretboard. Do you want to record to this, react to this a lot and bring it up, or bring it down a lot, depending, or do you want to basically ignore it? And then also the sensitivity here, and then again, slow and fast. I tend to like slow movements and everything better so far. I've only been testing this for a little bit here. For the faster stuff, I would probably use a compressor. In all of these, for example, the lead vocal already has a MC77 plugin alliance, which is very good, very fast, followed up by something quite slower by the Telectronics LA2A Gray. I'm not going to try to do this pre-compressor, but I'm telling you this could be very interesting. Of course, the idea of hitting less into the compressor, basically automate your gain structure, is great. I know some of you will say, well, do that by hand, automate your gain by hand. I get that. So I have the lead vocals here. Two problems I have in this mix. When we hit the chorus here, this is always on the run. This is sort of this is Massive Beats' Darude Sandstorm with White Seas doing the Darude Sandstorm. I've been working on this. This is although played by me and the band, and kind of like our own version, so it's not an official track, but we have access to every single instrument. So it's like, okay, the problem here comes in the chorus. So first thing what I'm going to do is here, because it defeats the purpose, I'm going to disable the main volume automation, right? And later on, I'm also penciling in a Vocal Writer target. So what I did, I copied the automation. Basically what I did before, you see all this work here before on the top, I copied that and automated basically the target. And the target is like you're telling the Vocal Writer how loud you want. But we'll get to that. I'm not activating the sum, that's deactivating it. So let's first listen to it without any automation, which is something in reality wouldn't happen, but just expose the track.
My mama said you can be big or small, 'cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow!
Okay, so it's not crazy, inconsistent level-wise. A, she's a great singer, and B, Shiuma. And B, we got, two compressors on it, and on top of that we have a compressor on the master bus, on the mix bus. Anyways, so let me activate all of this. The bass, because the bass, when the when you listen to this here, when the chorus comes in, there's like this thing I couldn't really get rid of, which just hits too hard. Right there, this is a bit too much for me. So let's activate Vocal Rider. Damn, now we need to find that on switch. Isn't that interesting? Damn. All right, and the bass rider. All right, there we go.
And my mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run.
All right, let's listen to this whole segment. Let's actually listen to it one more time and start from here.
And my mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run.
As you can see, the bass is doing quite a bit of work here. Now let's play it without it.
And my mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Mama.
So there's clearly a difference. It is less even, but it also has a bit more life. So what do you think? Are we killing a song with this, or are we actually just bringing enough consistency to it? So on the backup vocals, I have a little bit more correction. On the lead vocals, I don't do much. So I do it slow. The sensitivity is fairly low. Our total dynamic range is from -3 at the lowest to 1.9, so we're doing very little. So now let's see in comparison when I automated it, when I did just normal automation, how that sound, right? So back to main volume automation in.
And my mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run.
That's just how I heard it. I wanted her to back off from the mic when she does that amazing scream, and that was a loud scream. So let me now do this. See how the writers, how the writers are handling it.
Or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run.
Yeah, let me do it again. Let's do it again one more time.
And my mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run.
Yeah, it's not as detailed, and you have less control over the music than automating the main volume, but it's a lot less work. So the other thing I did then is like, okay, well, I still want to have control of what's happening. Let me automate the vocal rider target, and that's just on the lead vocal, not the backup vocals, which also are running. But let me see what happens if we automate the target. All right.
Rich or poor.
By this, I mean the
And my
target.
mama said you can be big or small. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run. My mama said that it's
While we're at it, let me play around with the bass a little bit.
And my mama said, don't take more than a mouthful. And my mama said that it's good to be natural. And my mama said that it's good to be factual. 'Cause I'm always on
Let me go.
to be be factual.
I want to go back to that part where it hits. We do that without bass rider.
Factual. 'Cause I'm always,
Yeah, that is too much for me. Let's do it again here.
'cause I'm always on the run. 'Cause I'm always, that it's good to be factual. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. Push with much force. And my mama said, go get all that you're after. And my mama said, that love's all that matters. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always love's all that matters. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely brings stability to the track using the bass. Definitely. Especially a big track like hitting the bass hard. You got especially when you change those frequencies, once you get on that E string, on that low E string, you get a lot of changes in volume. The question I think will be taste, if it rubs the lifeblood of a track or it gives it like more of a shine. So so now let me go to a place where we have enough automation going on. Well, actually, there isn't that much. There's a little bit here. So here, the vocal rider is going to change the target. Basically, we tell vocal rider how loud do we want it, but keep it consistently. So within the words, within the phrase.
'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow! 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on.
We'll bring it down here.
Always on the run. 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 Always on the run.
I want it to be lower here.
Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run.
So you can see it very clearly how. So here I want the overall volume to be higher, so the fader will adjust more in the upper region. But let's see how it corrects the phrase.
Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run.
Let's try that without it.
Always on the run. Always on the run.
With it.
Always on the run. Always on the run.
Yeah, there's more consistency, but a little bit less emotion, perhaps. Now, what I want to see, let's go to the bass. So let's do this here. Let's see, 150. That should be nice. All right, let's see how the bass reacts here, especially that end note right here.
Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run. Always on.
And interesting. I like that it is subtle. I feel like if this starts flying around like crazy, that makes me kind of nervous. I don't know about you. So this is a good question. So I apologize if I don't have like an answer here for you if this is great or not. I can only say on this track for me, I like using it. I feel like it gives me a little bit of an extra shine where I wouldn't want to deploy a second or third compressor and overly compressing everything. I think it's good. I think this thing is also a great tool if you would record something with different passes or like different positions, or where you have an effect that kicks in. It helps you automate that portion. I think once you start tone shaping and things like that, I would probably go with typical compressors and things like that. However, if you have inconsistencies in your recording itself, I think this is a great tool. On the backups, I liked it as well. So let's check out the backups really quickly and what it did there. Let's actually solo this as well.
'Cause I'm always on the run.
As you bleed.
'Cause I'm always on the run.
Oh, it was in. My bad. Okay. It was in. Let's take it out.
'Cause I'm always on the run.
Okay, so we need to adjust the target a little bit to equalize it out.
'Cause I'm always on the run. 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 'Cause I'm always on the run.
Do this again.
'Cause I'm always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow! 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow! 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run, oh. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow!
I would say with this particular material, it's very minimal, the changes. Still trying to figure out if I can use it.
'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow! 'Cause I'm always on the run. Ow! 'Cause I'm always on the run. Always on the run.
Yeah, that's a good point. So for me, it's like, okay, tell me what you heard, what you think. I'm probably on the backup vocals. I don't need it so much. I think on the lead vocals and on the bass, I'll probably keep it. So another option is to use a Presonus or a Behringer single fader MIDI controller, and that's kind of cool. I found myself trying those out, but not ending up using it because sometimes it would latch onto the wrong track. You always then have to click with the mouse and not mouse, and then it's the hand. So it's like not best of both worlds. You're ending up in sort of a hybrid mess. But you could just take a fader with the mouse and just close your eyes and do these automations. My advice is you're like, okay, so with these tools, with the Vocal Rider, we still kind of end up automating some portions of it. We still have to pay attention what it does. So how much work does it really save? So yeah, I'm going to be trying this out a bit more in the future and to see what I come up with. I probably think it's a great idea to slap it on this video that I'm narrating. So actually, what you've been hearing here has been narrated with the vocal rider activated. There you go.